What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Today, or should I say tonight, I am back once again, and this time I'm going to be talking about Money in the Bank. I'm going to be making my predictions on WWE Money in the Bank, the pay-per-view, and who do I think is going to win each match. This is a bit confused. This is pretty tough for me, and I'll explain why. Because I have a few ideas. I've got a few ideas of what I want to do, of what I would want to see, and at the same time, I'm not sure if they'll do it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, so there are some ideas I have, but at the same time, though, I'm not sure if WWE would do it. And at the same time, though, I don't even think if WWE is even going to be creative enough. So let's start from the bottom. Well, we're going to start off at the pre-show before we get onto that. The Bludgeon Brothers and Gallows and Anderson was moved to the pre-show. I don't know why. I don't know why they were moved to the pre-show, but, you know, who cares? You know, the Bludgeon Brothers were these big guys who just come into the company and they were really dominant. And now they've just become another tag team. It's such a shame. They finally got an opportunity. They've finally been given a run with a championship, and they've just become another bunch of guys on the roster, which is a total shame. Which is a total shame in my opinion. The Bludgeons are going to win this. Now, if this was still on the main card, I could have seen Sanity get involved. If this match was still on the main card, you could book Sanity to come out and destroy both teams. But since this is moved to the pre-show, it's obviously not going to happen. So, since it's moved to the pre-show, Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. You know, I'm really over this feud. You know, Big Cass, you know, I was willing to give this guy an opportunity to see how he could thrive. But at the same time, though, it's not surprising that Big Cass is in the situation that he's in. And, you know, after the grief that he got in trouble, he just hasn't been given the push that we all expected him to get. But, you know, he could be a decent mid-card guy, I guess. He could be a nice guy to put in the mid-card. Daniel Bryan should win this. And there's no reason to give Big Cass a win here over Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan should win, put this behind him, and move on. Because I don't want to see this feud anymore. So what? So what that Big Cass is 7 foot tall and you can't teach that? What does that tell you? That's his gimmick. His gimmick is that he likes to talk about that he's 7 foot tall. Who cares? Daniel Bryan should win. Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn, I don't give a shit about this at all. I was very excited to see the return of Bobby Lashley, but oh my god, have WWE friggin' blew this guy into a pond. WWE threw Bobby Lashley into the pond and just letting him drown. Jesus Christ, I expected more from WWE. I was a big fan of Lashley back in the day. I can't believe Vince McMahon, of all people, is booking Lashley this way. You would think that Vince would want people to get behind Lashley. He would have Lashley showcase his strength and showcase how strong he is by putting him in matches. You would think Vince would showcase what Lashley can do. But he hasn't, which is a shame. And there's no way Sami Zayn is losing. There's no way Sami Zayn won't be winning. There's no way Lashley's going to lose. This is going to be his first singles match on a pay-per-view. So, Lashley's obviously going to win this, and it sucks for Sami Zayn. It sucks for Sami Zayn. And it really does suck when you have people come on their YouTube channels and say, I want to see this person move over to a different brand, and then you ultimately see what happens to them when you move them over to another brand, and then you're ultimately regretting your decision on ever saying it. That's Sami Zayn. Everybody wanted him on Monday Night Raw, and look what's happened to him. Poor guy. He should have been... Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should have agreed to be a tag team. But, hey, whatever. The other match I'm going to talk about is Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. This is a match I really do not give two shits about. I don't want to see this match ever again. I hope this is a one and done feud. I never want to see the word Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal ever again in my entire freaking life. Even when Roman Reigns eventually becomes Universal Champion. I never want to see these two in the same sentence in one match. This is Vince McMahon's dream match. This is Vince McMahon's dream match. Jinder versus Roman. He'll be pulling his pants down for this one. Good old Vince McMahon. He'll be pulling his pants down for this one. That's for sure. Roman Reigns wins. There's no reason. There'll be absolute. Roman Reigns wins. There's no way Vince McMahon would have his boy lose to someone like Jinder Mahal. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did have Jinder Mahal beat Roman. But then that will obviously mean that they're going to be getting another match. So Roman Reigns should win. Elias and Seth Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins has done some really good stuff with the Intercontinental Championship. It's great to see that we've finally got a great Intercontinental Champion that we can really enjoy. And Elias, this is a good opportunity for Elias. But I don't understand why people don't want to see him champion. I feel like this could be the time to give Elias the championship. Like, you can easily fill out Seth Rollins to go face Brock Lesnar. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I've been hearing that they're going to be doing, again, Roman and Brock. So you may as well toss that out the window. I want to say Elias wins, but I can't. Seth Rollins will win. I reckon Seth Rollins will win. Carmella and Asuka. I just don't know how people are confident. I don't know how people are so confident that WWE are correcting their mistake. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how people are confident. So you're telling me after everything WWE has done, you doubt them? You still don't doubt WWE to actually have Carmella beat Asuka? Is that what you're telling me? We had to put up with Jinder Mahal as WWE Champion for about 170 days last year. And you're still telling me that you think WWE are going to correct their mistake with Asuka? Holy crap, it shows you how badly you think WWE. Holy crap, man. It really shows you how much you think WWE will do the right thing. What really makes anybody think that they'll do the right thing here? Sure, I want to see Asuka win. My mindset on Asuka has changed since she lost her undefeated streak. That was the thing that made me dislike Asuka, her undefeated streak. Now that that's gone, what is there for me to hate? Sure, I still think she's boring. I still think she's a boring wrestler. She needs to, come up with better moves on her moveset. But holy crap. But holy crap, I really don't understand how people are so confident that WWE are going to correct their mistake with this. And if they do correct their mistake, good on them. If they do have Asuka win, then good on WWE. That's all I'll say. Good on WWE if they do make that right decision, if they do make that call. But honestly, I just don't see it. I'm sorry to disappoint anyone. I just don't see them correcting their mistake with Asuka. I'm going to say Carmella wins, probably either by the rumors of James Ellsworth coming back, or she either gets herself counted out or disqualified. That's how I think Carmella's going to retain her title somehow. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. I hope this is their last match. I really do. Sure, like, this dream match has just been turned into a dream feud. That's pretty much what it's turned into. It went from being a dream match to a dream feud. It's like Vince thought when we wanted a dream match, he thought we wanted to see a dream feud between the two. Sure, I think a feud would have been good, but this feud really hasn't... It's been good and it's been bad. It's kind of a mixed bag. Heel Nakamura has been really good. This is WWE's last chance. If they go with another draw, if they pull this to another draw, I'm going to be disappointed. If you don't want Shinsuke Nakamura to win the WWE Championship, then have him lose. Have AJ Styles overcome him. Seriously, I feel like WWE are just too scared to put the title on Shinsuke. I feel like they're just too scared to put a belt on Shinsuke. Well, if you don't want to put the WWE Championship on Shinsuke, why not put the United States title on Shinsuke? I think Shinsuke would make a great United States champion. Another evil non-American. That sounds fair enough to me. But I hope this match ends with a winner. I'm going to predict AJ Styles to win this match. Men's Money in the Bank. Strowman, Balor, Miz, Rusev, Rude, Owens, Joe, and a member of the New Day. Member of the New Day, I think it's going to be Big E. I think he'll be in the match. And I'm going to think differently. I'm going to go with the wild card here. Oh, give me a sec, guys. Yeah, I'm actually going to think differently than most people here. People think it's either going to be Balor or Miz. But you know, that's just a little too obvious if you ask me. If you're just going to pick someone who you believe is truly going to win, that's a little bit boring if you ask me. I'm going to go with the wild card here. I am going to predict, and this is just a prediction, I am going to predict a heel turn for Bobby Roode. I reckon Bobby Roode could win Money in the Bank through a heel cheating tactic. You know, maybe, people want to see Finn Balor win. How about this? Finn Balor's about to win Money in the Bank, but then Bobby Roode does a heel-like tactic. Maybe like he low blows Finn Balor, or he comes up on the, and, maybe pokes Finn Balor in the eyes and rakes him in the eyes and then pushes him off. And then he snatches the Money in the Bank briefcase from Finn Balor's hands. Now, I'm not saying I'm predicting Bobby Roode to win, because I don't think he will. That's just one of the things that I could be thinking about. I think Rusev could possibly win. I think to me, I want to go with the wild card, either Rusev or Bobby Roode. I'm going to say Rusev. I reckon Rusev could shock the world, and that's the thing that I like. I like it when people shock the world. I like it when it's not The Miz, or if it's not going to be a Finn Balor, or a Braun Strowman, or a Samoa Joe. If you go with the obvious one, then people will be like, oh, well, that was so predictable, Now, I know why people want Miz to win, because of Daniel Bryan. That's the only reason why people want Miz to win. Miz will probably become the third guy in history to ever hold the Money in the Bank twice. It's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. But I'm going to go with the wild card. Rusev. I'm going to go with the wild card. Ember Moon, Charlotte, Bliss, Becky, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. Again, this is a tough one because I can see a few different outcomes here. A lot of people don't think Ember Moon and Charlotte should win because they think they're too good to be holding a briefcase. Sasha Banks, I just don't see winning at all, and I know what you people are going to be thinking. I just don't see Sasha Banks winning. Remember what I said to you guys on my takeover video if you watched it? I said I don't see WWE ever making Sasha Banks champion along with Bayley. I don't ever see WWE putting the belts on them with the way that they're going right now on Monday Night Raw with Ronda Rousey. So why would you think Sasha Banks is going to win Money in the Bank? I don't. Okay. Well, maybe if the briefcase, if you're allowed to cash in on whoever you want, then I'd say, yeah, okay, you can give it to Sasha Banks and maybe you could have her rock up on the SmackDown match. Then sure, I'd say fair enough. But because they're making it exclusive to the brand, I just don't see Sasha winning. But what I would do, I'm going to make a very, very big, bold prediction that I don't think anyone's thought about. I would like to see a Sasha and Bayley feud. Now, I know I've complained about it a couple times. I don't want to see them fight anymore. But I want to see them fight without a title. And everybody's always complaining about them. They need a title. They don't need a title. In my opinion, they don't need a title. And I'll tell you why they don't need a title. Because they're on Monday Night Raw. They're on Monday Night Raw. Do you really think WWE, do you really think Vince McMahon is going to sacrifice Ronda Rousey for Sasha Banks and Bayley? No. If he's going to do the feud on Monday Night Raw, he's going to do it with them without the title. Here is what I vision. And I know people aren't going to like it, but I don't give a flying toss what anybody thinks. This is something I want to see. Sasha Banks. You want to build a good storyline around her? Here you go. Sasha Banks is about to win the Money in the Bank. The crowd are going wild. They think Sasha's finally going to live her lifelong dream and finally become the women's champion. And the camera is panned on Sasha. It's panned on Sasha only. It doesn't pan to whatever, anything else. They just pan it to Sasha, climbing up, slowly about to get her hands on that briefcase. But then all of a sudden, the ladder tips over and Sasha falls outside the ring, maybe crashing through a table. And then the camera pans back to Bayley. There you go. Bayley. That is what I would love to see. I would love to see Bayley come out and cost Sasha Banks the match. Are you telling me that is something you wouldn't want to see? A heel Bayley? That is something I've been wanting to see for a very long time. I've been wanting to see Bayley snap and turn into the dark side. I feel like Bayley needs a heel turn. More than Sasha Banks ever does. Heel turn. That's my prediction. There's been a big rumor going around that there's a major heel turn going to happen on Money in the Bank. Yeah, I know some people might be shocked about this. There actually has been a rumor going around that someone could be turning heel. And this is my prediction for that heel turn rumor. That I reckon it could be Bayley coming out costing Sasha Banks the match. And if anyone tells me, and if anyone says to me, I don't like that idea, then you're an absolute idiot. You're an absolute idiot if you don't think that's a good idea. I know what people are thinking. They think maybe Natalya could win. I don't want to upset anyone, but I'm afraid I'm not going to think it's going to be Natalya either. It won't be Ember. It won't be Flair. It won't be Lynch. It won't be Natalya. It definitely won't be Lana. Even though Lana winning is definitely very unpredictable and very shocking. It won't be Naomi, and it won't be Banks. Who's the one name that I didn't mention? Everyone's most hated goddess for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm picking Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry, everyone, if anyone thinks that I'm going to be very uncreative. But I am predicting from what I've been seeing with my eyes. I think Alexa Bliss could win Money in the Bank. And if she doesn't, she doesn't. You know, this is a predictions video. This is not about me trying to be Mr. Smarty Pants to try to guess. You know, am I right? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. That's how things need to be. I'm making a bold guess, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction and think Alexa Bliss is gonna win. And Bayley is gonna turn heel on Sasha Banks and cost her the match. That is how I see. That's what I think. That's what I think. Finally, guys, we're gonna talk about Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. This is the match I am least looking forward to the most. Not because it's Ronda Rousey. Well, I guess it is because of Ronda Rousey. But this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. WWE have put this political agenda that because Ronda Rousey is going into the UFC Hall of Fame. So you think it's a good idea to have her walk into UFC with a WWE belt? They're going to have Ronda Rousey do all this media. That's what Ronda Rousey's there for. She's there for the media. For all the news articles, the interviews, the Sky Sports. You know, she's there to do all that stuff. Filming movies. You know, that's what she's there for. That's all she's there for. She's not there to be a good wrestler. She's not there to put on 5-star classics. She's there for the media. WWE is taking advantage of Ronda Rousey, and eventually people are going to turn on her. Eventually people are going to turn on her. Is it a shame? Yes. And do I blame the fans if they want to turn on Ronda Rousey? No, I don't blame them at all. Because Ronda Rousey basically said that she wanted to sign a full-time contract and wrestle for 365 days a year and really, you know, work hard like everybody else. This is going to be the biggest slap to the face to the entire women's division if WWE have Ronda Rousey win this match. I know no one likes Nia Jax as champion. I don't like Nia Jax as champion either. But seriously, how can anyone be okay with this? No one should be okay with this. Nobody, 0% of the people should not be okay with this. It's only those idiotic, brainless morons that believe this is a good idea. This whole match came about because Nia Jax approached Ronda Rousey and challenged her to a match at some kind of media, some kind of place that they were at. Ronda Rousey said no, and Charlotte Flair goaded Ronda Rousey into saying yes. So basically, Ronda Rousey Ronda Rousey doomed herself. Because she said no, but then Charlotte was goading her to accept the match. So Ronda Rousey doomed herself. She listened to Charlotte. And that's the excuse that that most of my friends have been making. Oh, it was Nia Jax that challenged her. Oh, Charlotte Flair was the one that goaded her. So, who's the one with the brain? Ronda. Ronda has a brain. She could have easily said to Charlotte, no, I don't want to face her. But again, they're doing this for the media. It's a disgrace that Ronda Rousey is being shoved down our throats. And I hope to God people people see right through this bullshit and they boo the crap out of Ronda Rousey. There's no point Ronda Rousey wins. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm not gonna hope for a Nia Jax retain. The only saving grace that could happen is that if a Raw woman wins Money in the Bank, and they have that Raw woman come out and cash in. But again, I don't see that happening. Nia Jax is going to lose. Ronda Rousey is going to win. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below. And let me know your thoughts down below on about my predictions and my idea on Sasha Banks and Bayley. Be sure to follow me on Twitter as well and subscribe to the channel. Sweet to you out.